gracious. Shirt on backwards? No, my shirt was on backwards for a minute. Alright. Let's see that. Cannon Hotep getting itself in shape. Getting in shape. I ain't going to Miami looking crazy. Hotep Con, October 3rd through the 6th, Miami. Get your tickets, hotepnation.com. HJ going to announce when we're going to put tickets on sale, but make sure y'all in the building, man. Come hang out. We're going to wait for some people to get in real quick. But while we wait, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Help me get to 3,000 subs. For some reason, I feel like once I hit 3 grand, I might start taking off a little more. I'm trying to, I guess, stream or post a little more. Apparently, when you do these live streams with the vertical, they post it along with the with like the shorts and shit. So, yeah. Again. Oh man. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm in Virginia Beach. My daughter has a dance competition, nationals. All it is a money grab. That's all it is. Straight money grab, guys. That's all it is. But you know what? She enjoys it. It's something that she does. It keeps her in shape. You know, I'm happy for her. Oh my gosh, y'all. So much money being spent. We had to stay at one hotel tonight because my wife didn't book the right hotel. Well, she booked the right hotel, but she booked it on the 16th instead of the 15th. So I had to stay at another hotel, spend more money. And now I'm about to check out of this hotel so I can check into the other hotel. But I digress. We're going to make the best of everything. We're going to have some fun. My daughter said, Dad, you got to please make sure I have fun, Dad. Please don't be acting like Dad. I'm like, damn, what the hell does don't be acting like Dad mean? What the hell does don't be acting like Dad mean? Hey, jeez. Am I that bad? Still waiting for a few people to get in. Because YouTube, they don't put my notifications out there. They don't tell my subscribers when I'm posting. I got to do all the legwork on like Twitter and other social media platforms just so people know that I'm going live, which is ridiculous. I'm going to put it like that. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous, yo. And I have to go through all of these hoops and hurdles just to get my subscribers to know when I'm going live. YouTube don't do that with no other, well, they do it with other people, but those people toe the line. They see what they're supposed to say. They don't say anything that they're not supposed to say and all this other shit. Maybe my thumbnail probably is like, yeah, no, let's not push this stream. Who knows? But, I've been sitting around, I'm still thinking, right? What's up, y'all? Exactly. I see some people jumping in now. It's just, I've been thinking, like, I'm a figure outer, right? Like, I'm a person that I don't let things go until like I come to some kind of rational explanation or conclusion up here about how shit could have went down or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether I'm at work and I got to figure out a situation at work, I got to figure out something at home. You know, I'm fixing something or I'm building something. I got to figure out a solution, right? So oftentimes where I'm putting some shit together and I ain't got the tools to put it together, but I done figured out how to jerry rig some shit up so I can make that shit work. That's what I am. Right. This one got me. This one is just, I keep coming back to the same with this whole situation, with this attempted assassination, we'll call it, I keep coming back to the same conclusion. This kid had help. This kid had help. Now, before I was saying like maybe he was the only shooter, but somebody on the inside gave him access to be able to get into the position to do the shit that he was trying to do. But now I don't know. Now I'm kind of thinking about what people were saying about a second shooter, right? Now I'm starting to think about what people are saying about a second shooter. Like I said, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, share the stream out, guys. I want to know what people think. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm off. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm off. So, like I said, at first I'm like, this kid had help. There's no way this kid didn't have help. Somebody had to allow him access to the roof and all of that other stuff, a ladder, even a gun, in my opinion. I don't know, right? The father said he let him hold the gun to go to the range. The father said he let him hold the gun to go to the range. However, I don't see this kid walking within 100 yards of the president of the United States without somebody stopping him. At least that's how it should go. Whether he had the gun in a bag or whatever. Even with the ladder that he used to climb up on the roof, it's like, how he just walking with a ladder? It makes no sense. But if you get saw in the thumbnail, right? Right, exactly. But the thing about it is the ladder. Who put the ladder there? It wasn't attached to the building. That ladder was put there, right? That ladder was put there. So who gave him access to the ladder? He wasn't just walking through the fairgrounds with a fucking ladder. Somebody's going to stop him. What are you doing? Where are you going? Right? Let alone, even if let's say he had the AR, which it looked like a 16-inch AR. Let's just say he had it broke down or something. He had to put it together when he got there, right? It's just two pieces. Somebody's going to stop you and go, let me check your bag real quick, homie. None of this happened. How? How? You got arguably one of the most controversial, most important people giving a speech 100 yards away, 150 yards away, and nobody checked this kid, nobody checked the ladder, nobody checked, I don't know if he walked up with a 4 AR attached to it. You know what I mean? Or if it was in a bag, it was in a bag disconnected, right? Because it was a full 16 inches. Like, I could tell from the aerial view of him laid out with the rifle, right? Now, at a glance, it's like, damn, he had an AR-15. Oh my gosh! But what I noticed, the first thing I noticed, because I'm a shooter, okay. Now, what I mean shooter, I'm not like out here trying to. I'm not an assassin for hire or some shit like that. I shoot all the time. I have a shit ton of guns. If you go back and watch my streams, you see them on my wall. You see all my guns on my wall. I shoot all the time. I hunt. I know what it takes to take a long distance shot because I hunt and I shoot all the time. Right? So I see this picture from TMZ, and this was on Saturday when I was just scrolling, or Sunday when I seen the picture. I'm just scrolling around. I'm on my stream. I even say it on the stream. I was like, that rifle don't look like it has a scope on it. That's odd. And I said he must be a fucking crack shot, because 150 yard shot. I'm looking out my window right now, right? I'm looking out my window at I'm looking at 150 yards, right? I'm looking at about 100. I'm looking at 150 yards right now, right? Looking at another building that could be roughly, from my window to where Trump was talking, I'm looking out my window at roughly 150 yards. And I'm not saying that 150 yards isn't a doable shot. It's a doable shot on iron sights. It's a doable shot with a reflex sight. But what you ain't going to do is get a precision shot that gets that close that gets that close to President Trump. You're not taking a headshot with reflex sights or an iron sight at 150 yards. Not on something as small as somebody's head at that range, right? Unless you got a magnified optic. And I know the pictures are grainy. Even if you look at the thumbnail is grainy. But even in the grainy thumbnail, I'm like, I don't see the shape that would even remotely come close to being something magnified on his on the top of that gun. So I'm dwelling on. I'm like, well, maybe this kid was a fucking fantastic shot. Because I'm like, God damn, like I'm a good shooter, but putting a bullet at 150 yards on iron sights or a reflex sight, right? That fucking close to Trump's pumpkin, and just missing because Trump turned his head ever so slightly to the fucking right. That's an incredible shot. But then I'm looking again like, this boy wear glasses like me. And I know if I take my shit off, my shit look terrible. I put them on, I can see in high def, but even with my glasses on, through iron sights, in that heat, right? This kid ain't got no war experience, right? He ain't got no war experience. He ain't got none of that. They said he was super smart. According to the teacher that was on Amazing Lucas's channel, he said the kid was really fucking smart. So maybe the kid's a figure outer too, but he ain't that much of a fucking figure outer. I know, and I'm a fucking smart guy, I know that my ass ain't getting that close to a VIP like that carrying my fucking equipment. Then we find out that the building that he was sitting on top of, police counter sniper team and the counter sniper team, the team, not the two on the fucking roof, the team and the police were in that building. They used that building as a staging area. But somehow this kid managed to scale that fucking building and get on top of that building and take a shot without the police knowing he took the shot. Bullshit. What's up, Montoya? Bullshit. And I got my kit with me right now. I got my rifle and all that shit right now, but I can't show you guys what I'm talking about because YouTube would knock my fucking stream down. That's how YouTube is. They'll knock my goddamn stream down. I got my kit with me. I keep my kit with me at all times. I never know what the fuck gonna happen out here in these streets. Yeah, this is from ABC News. They reported on it yesterday. The cops is in the fucking building he was on top of. Fucking Spidey senses start going off with that. I'm like, so that, in my mind, I'm like, somebody in that building had everything that he needed to pull off what they needed him to pull off, right? But this is the thing, right? Then I was like, if this was the op, right, the government op, let's just say that somebody in Trump's team or somebody in local government was in on it with some higher ups. You don't get a kid a gun with a scope on it. You don't get a kid a gun with a magnified optic. At least, at minimum. You don't get a kid a red dot with a fucking magnifier behind it. You don't give him an ACOG. You don't give him a fucking vortex spark. Something that can make that shot easy. Because trust and believe, right? If you got somebody, you want to take somebody out, right? You're not going to chance that shit with a fucking reflex sight with no magnification behind it. You're gonna put a 3 to 9 for something that's short, a 3 to 9 or a 4 to 12 or 12 to 20. You're gonna put some kind of power behind that optic so you can make that shot easier. Which begs the question: did the kid take the shot? Which begs the question: did the kid take the shot? Now we got some eyewitnesses saying that they heard that it was two shooters, and some people are like, well, it could have been the other counter sniper team. For what I know, it was only those two snipers. It was only those two sharpshooters that we see in the footage of when Trump's talking and they perched up on that roof behind Trump. What I understand, it was just them two snipers. I haven't heard anything else to the contrary that there was a third sniper on somewhere else. Somebody said somebody was in a water tower. Somebody said, we don't know. It's some Vegas shit. This is some shooter shit. This is some Bob Lee swagger shit. Was this kid a patsy? Was he set up? Was he put up there to draw the attention away from the real shooter? That's my question. You just put him up there with an AR. It don't matter what kind of AR. It don't gotta got out because he's not the one making the shot. Or did the precision shot that tried to take out Donald Trump come from another gun and that kid start laying down cover fire and draw attention away from the real shooter and allow the real shooter to get away? That's my question, because like I said, 150-yard shot on iron sights with clear view is possible, but anybody who knows how to shoot, even if you can shoot under stress, which is another thing, if this kid took the shot with no magnified scope, was able to shoot under stress and get that close, that's crazy. He must got fucking ice in his veins if that's the case. Because I'm going to let you know this, when I first started shooting with a scope, when I first started shooting at long distance, like 150, 200, 300 yards out with a scope, every little bit thing affects your bullet trajectory. Your heartbeat can throw you off if it's beating too hard. Your breathing, if it's labored, is definitely throwing your shot off. You got to fucking hold your breath essentially before you take the shot, just to fucking try to keep the crosshairs as steady as possible. Your trigger pull means everything. If you got nerves in your hands and shaking or whatever, which I would assume this kid would, he had to have been nervous as fuck up there. That shit, all of that shit could affect your shot with a scope. Don't believe me? Go to a gun range. Go to a gun range, right? If you can, an outdoor gun range, maybe join a club, right? Most gun ranges allow you to rent guns. Rent an AR-15 with some kind of scope on it, because they'll give you one. They'll give you an AR-15 with a scope. Hopefully the range can shoot out to 100 yards. Go out to 100 yards and try to hit that bullseye with that gun and see if you got it. See if you got it. It's tough. I don't care if this kid shot every day under stress. With a scope, it would have been a tough shot for somebody that don't do it on the regular, like Nick Irvin or somebody who's been in the military or a police officer who's trained to shoot under stress. This kid wasn't no officer, no shit like that. So this begs the question: was this kid put on that roof to draw attention from the real shooter? If somebody wanted that kid to try to assassinate Donald Trump, they would have given him better equipment to do so with. And I'm not talking about the gun, I'm talking about the optics. Ask anybody who hunts. Your optic costs more than your gun. Your optic costs more than your gun. Your glass is important. So, I don't know, y'all. This shit is stinking to high heaven. It's definitely a op, but now I'm wondering if it was a second shooter that got away. This lone gunman shit don't make sense to me anymore. Especially when I really sit back and I think about it and I look at it and like, that kid had no scope. He had a reflex sight, or he had iron sights. And it don't even look like he had a reflex sight, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he had a red dot on that bitch. And even with a red dot at 2 MOA, shooting at 150 yards, you know what that red dot would have made Trump's head. The red dot would have been Trump's head if you could see that. You're not getting a precision shot with that. 150-yard shot with a 3-9, I can see Trump's head. I can see where I wanted to put the bullet. So, nah, I don't know if this kid. I don't know if this kid took the shot at Trump. Now, I'm not going to absolve this kid from any wrongdoing because I don't know. This is just me speculating, guys. This Ken Hotep on his thinking shit, my fucking thinking cap, right? I think there was another shooter, and that kid, after that shooter took the shot, maybe that kid started opening fire on the crowd, and he drew attention from the real shooter. The real shooter got away, and that kid got popped, and that kid was the patsy, and that kid's going to take the blame. And the person that really took the shot at Donald Trump got away. And maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat if y'all think I'm fucking batshit crazy. Let me know in the chat if y'all think I'm off. Because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. You have people, I could have made that shot. No, fuck no, you couldn't. No, you could not make that shot. Maybe on irons and a reflex sight, you might have hit like center mass. Like if I was going to take a shot like that to hit something, I'm shooting center mass. I'm shooting center mass. That's what I'm doing. I'm shooting at a larger. So if hypothetically, if it was somebody, if let's just say I'm out and I'm hunting, right? I'm hunting I'm hunting a deer, and I got a deer out at 150 yards, and all I got is a reflex sight, or all I got is my irons. Guess what? I'm not aiming for. I'm not fucking aiming for the deer's head. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not aiming for the deer's head. I'm aiming for lungs. I'm aiming for heart. I'm aiming for the center. I'm aiming for center mass that I know that I can hit. Because I'm not equipped to take such a precision shot. So like I said, I'm going to say it again. Maybe I'm wrong. We probably will never find out, guys. Just like there were more shooters than it was supposed, allegedly. There were more shooters in Vegas than just Paddocks. There were more shooters in Vegas than just Paddocks. And everybody who said there was more shooters in Vegas than just Paddocks are no longer with us before they were supposed to be no longer with us. We'll put it like that. So, like I said, I'm not going to say this kid innocent, that he was just some kid that they snatched up off the streets. I know what the teacher said on Amazing Lucas' channel, but he taught this kid in 2020. It is 2024. 4 years can make a fucking difference. 2 years can make a difference. Hell, a year can make a difference in radicalizing somebody. Who knows? He might have fell in love with some pussy, and she honeypotted him. We don't know. Maybe a kid got into some dumb shit. They said he was smart, so maybe the kid got into some stupid shit, like he tried to hack some shit. They got him to use him as an asset. We need you to do something. This is what you're going to do. If you don't do it, then blah 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 blah. I don't know. Or the kid was just radicalized. I think there was two shooters. I think that kid was told to get up there. The real shooter took the shot at Trump. The real shooter missed. I don't know where the real shooter would have shot from, but the real shooter missed. And that kid started laying down cover fire, and he got himself killed. But I don't think that kid made that shot. Not on iron sights, not on a reflex sight with some fucking spectacles on. That's just me. And if this kid got that fucking close to Trump's pumpkin, right? That kid got that close to Trump's pumpkin, that motherfucker is Rain Man. He is a savant with a fucking gun. But according to the people, they said he was a shit shot. He tried to go for some gun club or some gun competition or some shit like that. He said he was a shit shot. So I don't fucking know. All I know is that kid did not act alone. That kid did not act alone. Exactly, Jay. No sandbag, no bipod, nothing. This motherfucker just resting on the fucking magazine. He just resting on the magazine. Yeah, he had to heard that, right? Do you still sit up there? You hear the people yelling to the police, hey, and pointing to you. He's got a gun, he's got a gun. And you don't shimmy your ass out of there and fucking make a break for it? Or are you still sitting there because you've been instructed to stay there or else? That's That's my question. That's my question. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, guys. That's my question. If I was investigating this is the shit I'm looking at. I want to see the gun. Now they could throw a fucking bullshit optic on that bitch and make us look all the crazy. But I wish we could have saw the gun. All the pictures of the gun were grainy as fuck. And with all this technology and all these megapixels these fucking phones got, I am fucking. Android claim you can see the goddamn fucking sparkles on the moon with their cameras. iPhone got like 4 of the bitches on the back of the goddamn 4 lenses on the back of the goddamn phone, and we getting grainy footage like that. I want to see a clear shot of that fucking gun. Why were there no drones in the air? No aerial support, nothing. Somebody gotta make that shit make sense. This shit stink to high heaven, y'all. This is some Lee Harvey Oswald shit. This is some book depository grassy knoll shit. And I'm gonna let y'all know something. Now, like I said about the Secret Service, right? Those women ain't dragging a fucking paper bag full with dog shit out of a fucking firefight. They didn't have to. If Trump was to fall or Trump was to get injured and they had to drag his ass, them women could not drag Trump off that fucking stage. And I'm not saying that women can't be Secret Service agents. But in the shit they said they were not going to be able to drag Trump big ass off stage. But what I will say about the lady in the picture that looked like she's hugging Trump for dear life, she was in the most danger. I mean, other than Trump's fucking head sticking the fuck out, she was in the most danger. You know why? Because what she was doing was not hugging Trump in fear. She put her body in the way of his body, his vital organs, his lungs, his heart. That's what she did. That's what she's paid to do. That's what she did. She threw her entire body in his way. The one that was fiddling with her fucking glasses and shit, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. She must have just been scared. And she didn't know what to do with her hands. But I'm gonna tell you this. Even though it's an epic fucking shot, Trump with his fucking Breakfast Club fucking fist. It's an epic shot. We carrying Trump out of that bitch. I got his feet, you get his fucking hands. Get his ass to the. I got his feet, you get his fucking hands. Get his ass to the car. Let's go. He would have had a chance. Nope. We'd have picked his big ass up and we'd have fucking carried his ass right to get threw his ass in that bitch and got the fuck out of there. But like I said, let me know in the comments, guys, if you're catching the replay. Am I tripping? Do y'all see what I'm saying here? The kid had help, and I'm now starting to think there was a second shooter. Because I just can't see an inexperienced kid who ain't got no type of like warfighter experience or whatever being that composed to make that shot without a magnified optic and get that close to taking Trump's head off. I think somebody else took that shot that had a better setup, and when they took that shot, once the kid heard that shot register, that kid shot. That kid ended up giving cover for whoever took the real shot. That kid got killed. That kid's gonna take the blame, and whoever took the shot on Trump is sitting at Langley right now being debriefed. That's what I think. Yeah, and that's what I heard. I heard he was a shit shot, but I don't even know. Did his school really have a shooting team? Because I don't know. Exactly. That's exactly, Jay. I don't know. Standing straight up, nope. From the ground, I got his ankles. Y'all get his fucking hands. Let's go. Trump will look like a goddamn hammock running down the goddamn street. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, I could sit here. I wish I had my gun. I could sit here and I could point out this window and I could look through my red dot, right? And I can make my red dot as small. I can make that dot as small as possible where I can see that shit, right? Not to mention, it's bright as fuck outside, so his dot had to be big. In the nighttime, I can make my dot pretty small. Outside in the brightness, no, I gotta up the brightness of the red dot, which is going to make the red dot bigger. And 150 yards, I probably could have, this is all speculation, guys. This is all speculation, YouTube. I'm not telling, this is my views and opinions. I'm not telling people how to take people out and none of that shit. So I want y'all to know that 150 yards with iron sights, I probably could hit center mass. Taking somebody's head out, which is what you think about 10 by what? 10 by 6? I don't know how big my fucking head is. 10 by 6 or, yeah, the broadside. No, fuck that. No, it's not possible. Not possible. Center mass, yeah, you can make that. You can make center mass. The best I did with iron sights on the target, I think, was 100 yards. I was able to get close to center on the target, and that's what a rest. That's what a bench rest. That wasn't standing or trying to balance my shit on my magazine. That was with a bench rest. With a bench rest, I hit 100 yards and came close to center on the target. Close to center on the target. I might have been maybe 3 inches right. So if this kid didn't have no optic on that gun and he just had iron sights or a red dot, question that shit. Question that shit. Question that shit. Period. Period. Go stand. Go. You know what? Go to your local high school. Go stand in the fucking end zone. And look at the other end zone. That's 120 yards right there. Add another fucking add another fucking 30 yards to that. Standard military qualifying target, 300 yards. Hold on. What's this? And that's what? That's scoped, right? Pan African? That's scoped. That shit wild, Joe. Like I said, 32 people in the building. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Help me get the 3K. Like I said, iron sight. I'm not saying that the shot is impossible. I'm not saying that 150 yard shot hitting your target is possible, but a 150 yard shot aiming for somebody's head whose head was less than 10, like I said, what 10 by what 6, right? Highly unlikely on without a scope. Period. That's all I can tell you. Now, after your 20 years retired, you saying you had to shoot out 300 yards on irons? You said you had to shoot 300 yards on irons? Were you saying that not in your 20 years making the 300 yard shot without irons? Or with irons? That just is highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely, guys. Like I said, 150 yard shot, I can hit center mass. That's what I'm saying. It's a doable shot. You can hit somebody at that. I can hit center mass, but aiming for somebody's pumpkin, not without some kind of magnified optic. That's just me, guys. That is just me. Goodness gracious, this shit is wild. But I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of it. I don't think they're going to allow us to get to the bottom of it. The official narrative is going to be this kid act alone. We're going to see his father get dragged into jail because his father gave him the gun. I thought he was going to the range. They can be like, so what? You going to jail. The right is going to push for more gun control, and then they're gonna scold the left for not wanting more gun control because hey, they just almost killed Trump, and you still don't want gun control. We're going to see that story. We already seen Joe Nicholslick basically blame Trump for what happened to him in his little bullshit speech on Sunday. That backhanded bullshit he did on Sunday. You know what I mean? It's yeah. We're gonna start to see a lot of bullshit come from us. But what we're not gonna get is a real answer to what happened. Just like we didn't get a real answer to what happened in Vegas. Just like we didn't get a real answer allegedly Oklahoma City. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I know Nicholas Irvin was saying that most of his kills, his sniper kills, was at 300 yards, within 300 yards. And even he said, I wasn't aiming for people's head. He said I rather miss the right lung for the left than to go for somebody's head and just miss. It took FBI 3 days to get in the kid's phone, and they said nothing was on it. It took them 3 days to get in the kid's phone, and they said nothing was on it. What they do? Hit fucking factory reset? That's why I think something up. What they always do, always a manifestos, always, oh, we found this on the phone or social media, but they fucking scrubbed everything. Kid was real fucking careful, wasn't he? That's the case. Like I said, make that shit make sense, people. Make that shit make sense. But yeah, Pan African, I'm curious, yo. Like, so you said standard military qualifying target 300 yards. Is that optic or is that no optic? Yeah, I did hear that. He had no ID and they confirmed it in DNA. But he wasn't a criminal or felon. So how did they have his biometric information? I'm not a criminal or a felon. I got a TWIC card. You know what I mean? I've been on certified jobs when I was a. I've been on certified jobs when I was electrical apprentice. They had my fingerprints and shit. I don't know. Maybe this kid at one point went out for a job where he had to have fingerprints done, or he had to get a piss test or something. You know they don't always throw that shit away. That shit, once they get your DNA, that shit going to some bank. But then again, I don't know. I don't know. He could have worked for some agency, and they had that shit. Like I just said, I got fingerprints all over the place because I like for certain jobs that I had to have fingerprints, or I had to get a piss test, or I fucking take a piece of my hair. So I'm sure the government got fucking DNA from me for days. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The kid wasn't military, so not sure how the info is pertinent. Plus, we're talking full silhouettes, not a melon. Yeah, no, I'm just curious. I'll just be curious about shit like that. Cause sometimes, like, if that's the case, then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna start just practicing with just my iron sights. But I don't think that's the case. I think what Pan African is saying is that standard military qualifying is 300 yards, probably with an optic, a cog or something like that. Yeah, it's weird that they did have his they got to test the DNA. I don't know. Maybe they fucking went to his house and found a fucking cum sock. Pause. Damn, no optics, standard issue, soldier. I hope Brandon don't force you to find out. Oh man, but I'm sure y'all wasn't hitting no 10-inch target at 300 yards. I know that that wasn't happening. Y'all was probably hitting something, but y'all wasn't hitting no 10-inch target at 300 yards. You know, and even if y'all was hitting 10-inch targets at 300 yards, this kid had no military experience. You achieved an expert marksman medal while in the military. That's what's up. How much battery I got left? I got 4%. Let me try to hurry and get to the car. I gotta check out anyway. I got everything. I got everything. But yeah, this shit to me stink to high heaven. Kid had no military experience, no training like that. I shoot all the time, and I know I can hit a target at 150 yards, but I'm not hitting nothing that fucking small at 150 yards. It's just not happening, Alvin. It's just not. It's just not. If my phone dies on me, guys, I will jump back on, so stay in the chat. It'll just be a few minutes if the phone dies. But stay here. But I'm gonna tell you this: if this shit succeeded, the U.S. would have been on lockdown. They had to put martial law into effect. If that shit went down like that. Like, if I ever get to the car, battery drive. Could be a test run, yeah. Checking out room 210.
Okay, room 210, would you like it to get sent to your email?
Sure.
Okay, room 210, right?
Yes, 210. Thank you. Could be a test run. TT Gold, what's the deal? Yeah, nah, like I said, that distance is a doable distance, right? That's a doable shot. But to get that, like to hit a small target like somebody's head at 150 with no optic, that's hard. That's really fucking hard. So I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm just a shit shot. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a shit shot. I'm gonna show you this though. You see that green bag? I keep my kit wherever I go. I keep my kit wherever I go. And I'll let you know this right now. That bag Is that better? I don't know why the audio. I didn't even. I didn't turn my audio off. Something turned the audio off. Something turned the audio off. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. So I gotta repeat this shit. God damn. So like I said, right from here, right. This is my view of that water tower. Now I don't know how far that water tower out, right? I don't know how far that water tower is. Let's I'm gonna say the water tower might be 200 yards, maybe. I'm just looking at where I'm sitting and where that water tower is. It's a, maybe. Anyway, or we can go here, right? Let's just say from here to, let's just say somebody's sitting on that top balcony of those right there, right? From here, if somebody was standing there, right? This is what I can see. If somebody was standing up there, I'm pretty certain with my iron sights, I could tag them center mass. Headshot, no. I don't think I would get close. Not on no iron sights or reflex sight. I would completely miss. Let's just say I could see that much. Still, probably close but no cigar. Here, maybe. But see, my point is that the kid didn't have a scope. He wore glasses. And if it wasn't for Trump, because let's just be real, if it wasn't for Trump, yeah, the Bluetooth got me. Y'all can hear me now, right? One in the chat, y'all can hear me now, right? Y'all can hear me now, right? All right, cool. So, iron sights, kid had on glasses. No bipod and none of that shit. He not making a shot on somebody's head, a 10-inch target that far away. Exactly, Pan-African. It's a questionable shot, right? And I'm looking at the thing, and I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, yeah, nah. Center mass, I could definitely make that shot. I could hit somebody's center mass if I'm steady enough. Scope, no problem. My magnified optic, no problem. I think, bottom line is, guys, I think the kid had help. I think there was another shooter. I think another shooter with a more precision gun made that shot. Because trust it. So check it, right? Like I said, if it wasn't for Trump turning his head to the right to read the prompter, boom. All right, can you hear me now? One in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. There we go. I said this. I said, this kid didn't miss. He didn't fucking miss. If this kid took that shot, or whoever took the shot, they did not miss. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. If Trump was looking straight ahead, talking to the crowd like he was, boom. If Trump was looking at this teleprompter, talking about the immigration statistics, boom. But that bullet was on its way to take Trump's head off. If it wasn't for Trump turning this way to look at his statistics, It shit just missed him. Any other angle, straight ahead, bow. Here, bow. Trump's not here anymore. Whoever took the shot did not miss. God moved Trump's head. Divine intervention made Trump shift. If Trump did not shift, if Trump did not look this way, we would have no more Donald Trump. And that kid ain't doing that shit with a reflex sight. Maybe that kid was there to lay down support fire so the fucking real sniper could get away. But that kid wasn't making that goddamn shot. I'm just letting y'all know that. And the fact that the police department, the fucking response team, the police was in the building that he was on top of, they were using it as a fucking rally point and all that other shit is suspect. That kid ain't walking there with a ladder and a fucking gun. He ain't walking there with a ladder and a fucking gun and nobody stop him. No. That shit was already there waiting for him. That's my opinion. That shit was already there waiting for him. He didn't walk in that bitch with his daddy's gun and a fucking ladder. Point blank period. Unless we find out that he worked for the place or some shit like that. Like he worked for the fucking farm show. And he had access. Which I highly doubt. One of the most controversial, most important people in the world come there to give a speech. Nah. Miss me with that shit. He didn't work for he was in a BlackRock commercial regarding the school that he went to. Now, whether he worked for BlackRock or not, I don't know. He was in a commercial. BlackRock was doing a commercial for the MK Ultra school, then maybe he did. But he was in a commercial. It wasn't that he worked for BlackRock. He was in a BlackRock commercial for the Votech school that he went to. Yeah, he didn't work for BlackRock. He was in like a commercial for some Votech school he went to that BlackRock funded. We'll put it like that, which is still sketchy because maybe they was MK Ultra motherfuckers at the school. We don't know. But I'm not saying that the kid wasn't there for support. I'm just saying I don't think the kid took the initial shot. Maybe they ate after that, but I don't think the kid took the initial shot. That's just me. That's just me. But you know, I don't know. You know, squinting, looking through some irons or a fucking red dot on top of a fucking hot tin roof. How hot did that roof have to be? This motherfucker had on shorts, a short sleeve shirt and some fucking cargo shorts. How fucking hot did that roof have to be that he was laying on that bitch? That's the wild part. How fucking hot did that roof have to be? That's another thing that people ain't taking into account. Nigga, y'all been on a hot tin roof before? With shorts on? Burn the shit out yourself. Like touching a hot stove. Yeah, I don't believe in no coincidence either. That shit tripped me out. I'm like, nigga, that's like he ain't on no cargo pants. He had on shorts. Fuck that. That roof had to be hot as fuck. How can you stay calm and take a shot on a roof? It's 85, 90 degrees outside and the sun beating on the roof and you laid on that bitch? Nah. Oh my God, imagine that, yo. Think about it, right? Imagine walking outside barefoot, 90 degrees, you walk outside on the concrete or the asphalt barefoot, you moving fast because your fucking feet burning. Imagine a roof, it ain't got no shingles on it, it's just tin roof, there's something beating on that bitch all day and you lay on that motherfucker. Well, we see Trump talking, he go like this, what the fuck? And then you hear the bang. So you got the crack bang, like the bullet will reach you before the fucking bang does. So the bullet will reach you first and then you hear the register from the rifle. So like you said, that is a possibility though. You know what I mean? Yeah, shingles be hot as fuck. First shot was on target. So that first shot, that bullet reached Trump before he heard the rifle, before he heard the bang. The crack hit before the bang hit. So I think Trump reacted to that. He didn't react to he still, I think he initially reacted to the first shot. It's just that his ear got hit first, and then he heard the bang from that initial shot. You know, I don't, because it was like it was so close together. So like, that's one of my homeboys talking about the crack bang and shit like that. He was a Marine. Oh shit. Donnie T heard a faint voice of his dear friend Shinzo Abe speaking from the great beyond. Donald Rusan. Yeah. Damn, that's right. Shinzo got caught. Shinzo got shot by a homemade gun. It wasn't even a real gun. It was some makeshift shit somebody made out of some fucking plumbing pipe and some other shit. Somebody made a shotgun essentially and took Shinzo out. That's the wild part. Yeah, the shot between the first and it was super quick. And I know, like in the grand scheme of things, with the crack bang at 150 yards, I don't expect it to be, you know, like a long latency between the two shots. But yeah, it's just wild, Joe. This shit is wild to me. It's wild to me. I'm gonna just start driving. I need to find something to eat. I don't know what the fuck around here. But that's, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Fucking, the whole world's a stage, yo. But sometimes they like to use real ammo like Alec Baldwin. Because I ain't gonna say nobody died. I definitely don't think Trump staged that shit. It wasn't no fucking ketchup packet that he fucking squeezed on his ear. They can stop that shit. People gotta stop that. That shit is fucking crazy. Like I said, I love a good conspiracy theory, but you will never hear me use that. Like if I thought that shit, then I would tell you. You know what the other one is that's getting on my nerves? Trump, look, Trump must have had a vest on because he got shot in the chest. Look at the hole in his jacket. It wasn't even a hole in the jacket. Y'all know what that shit was? It was a shadow from a crease between his jacket and the Secret Service lady's jacket. That's what it was. It was not a hole. Trust and believe, if Trump had on some, he would have needed a plate. If he got shot in the chest, he would have needed a plate to stop that 5.56 round. Soft armor ain't stopping a 5.56 round. That shit would have went straight through him, and we would not have another Trump. Period. It would have went straight through him, and we would have not had another Trump. We would not have had a Trump. Trump would have been long gone. He'd have been out of here. Harpoon Larry's. Like, can I just get like an IHOP or something? I just want some breakfast. I even take like just a regular ass like diner or something like that. I'll just take a regular ass diner out this bitch. Then I gotta find the convention center. My daughter, she went to the convention center with her team, so my ass was still in the bed. I was tired. Looked like Photoshop to me, but yeah, that hole in the jacket and hair, it's BS. I saw that shit. I'm like, that's not a fucking hole. I can see the crease. I can see the shadow, and his part of his jacket was folded up because the lady was on him. So I'm like, no, he did not get shot in his chest. He did not have a bulletproof vest on. If he had a bulletproof vest on, it would have to been a plate carrier to stop that round. If it was just a fucking regular ass soft armor, that fucking 5.56 would have ripped through that soft armor and we wouldn't have a Donald Trump. Which also begs the question too, if you're an experienced shooter, right? I guess some people got hubris and think they can make fucking awesome shots, right? I guess if it was me, ooh, waffles, here we go. I guess if it was me, I would want to take a headshot. I wouldn't take the chance on a headshot. I would be like, you know what, let me take the safe shot and just shoot him in the fucking chest. Maybe I'll get his heart, but I'll definitely get his lungs. You know, that's how I would carry that shit. Maybe I'll get his heart or his lungs. You know, I'd have double tapped that, because it's like the AR ain't got it ain't got no recoil like that. And with a bigger, you know, with center mass, you got more room for error with your shot. Like, you want to shoot for my head or you want to shoot for this big ass fucking midsection I got? You know what I mean? Exactly, that's what I said too, yo. Trump would never sacrifice himself for fucking for notoriety. Fuck no. I'm sure whoever would do that shit is few and far between. You gotta be batshit crazy to do some shit like that. Trump got too much money and influence and power for him to want to, like, you know what? He already ahead in the polls anyway, so what was the point of him trying to, you know, no. Look, give me the best sniper you got. Tell him, just hit me here. Just hit me here, just come close. No, fuck that. AC hitting into my car. Shit, my bad. I'm just trying to cool the fucking gun down. I mean, cool the phone down. But yeah, it ain't like, Trump ain't gonna be like, hey, give me the best sniper you got. Tell him to come real close, but just don't hit me. No. That'd be a good question. I don't know. I guess if we go back and look at it, look at the flag above him. Look at the flag above him. See how the wind was blowing. See how that wind was blowing with the flag. Cause they had that big fucking American flag above them. You know what I mean? I know wind makes a difference, but it was a long distance, but it wasn't a long distance. I wonder if it would have made a difference. But yeah, I would go back and look at the flag. But yeah, Trump ain't gonna do that shit. Nah. Who would? Self-preservation. Put your fucking hand in your... Sorry, my daughter called me for some money. My daughter called me for some money. Again, we got 38 people in the building. Let's get 38 likes, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 3K on YouTube. But put your fucking hand in your mouth and bite down as hard as you can. See if you can do that shit. Self-preservation is a thing. Self-preservation is a thing. You know what I mean? Self-preservation is a thing. But I don't think we'll ever get an answer, guys. They got their official story already locked and loaded. This kid was a lone shooter. He didn't have anything on his phone. He didn't have anything on his social media that would suggest he would have done anything like this. Oh, he didn't belong to any groups but a gun club. His daddy gave him the rifle to go carry it out, even though the daddy didn't know that he was going to do that shit. I'm sure they're going to go after his father and possibly lock the father up in prison, just like they locked up the one parents for the one shooter who got the gun out of the fucking gun safe. Was it Uvalde? Yeah, not Uvalde. It was one of them fucking places where they locked the parents up. It's all coming, guys. All that shit's coming. All that shit's coming. You know what I mean? All that shit's coming. That's all I can say. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get me some breakfast real quick before I got to be at this spot. The Crumbly family. Is that who it was? That's who it was, the Crumbly family? Anyway, guys, I'm going to get me some breakfast before I got to get to my daughter's, you know what I mean? I think she danced at noon or something like that. I'm gonna go up there, hang out, and be a good dad, and do all the dad things, and give her support. But if you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon so you know when I got, well, YouTube's supposed to tell you when I got new content coming up, but they usually don't. So also go over to Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me Twitter and Instagram. I don't really use Facebook like that anymore. TikTok can kiss my ass. So until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. And don't believe the official narrative, guys. Question everything.